face.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, hey, what's up, everybody? This is angryhippielady, and things are gonna be a little bit different just for this. Well, not just for this episode. It's gonna be a little bit different for quite a few episodes, and I'm gonna do them all on this server just because it's easiest, and that way, I don't know. I'm gonna be on here a whole lot anyway, working with this. All I've done is that, and that, but that's gonna be on all four corners. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video isn't about building, it isn't about Minecraft, it isn't about gaming in general, actually. This video is about, something that I've been involved in for, like, 3 or 4 years, and I'm 3 days late. Today is the 3rd of November. NaNoWriMo, National November Writing Month, starts, of course, November 1st. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, I'm not getting started until today because I was gone on the 1st. I was out of town on the 1st and didn't even think about it being November. And then, yesterday I had a thing that kept me busy all day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be right there. So I just haven't had a chance to get started. But I'm my puppy won. But I'm gonna try and get started today. I am very distracted right now. I'm sorry. But the group I'm in, last I heard at least, they wanted to get more involved in social media this year. And I suggested YouTube videos being good because, well, that's something that I like doing and I find it fairly simple to do, so I decided to stick with it and see how it goes. It's not gonna wait. No, it needs to go there. I'll do that later. Anyway, I don't want to spend my whole episode like stopping every 2 seconds to think and stuff. So National November Writing Month. Pretty much what it is you write 50,000 words in a month. At first it really sounds daunting. It is quite a daunting task, especially if it's your first time attempting this big feat. And it's not like random words or anything. You typically want the words to add up to a story. At the end I aim for a book. Not publishable, not it with intent of publishing, but just having a book written in a month. So daily thing, these episodes are gonna be offset by a day, just because I am recording this at 7:18 p.m. Ow! 7:18 p.m., which is not enough time for me to render and edit and everything and get it up today. By the time I render it and upload, it's gonna be tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna release this maybe around the same time that I release my other videos. I know I think all of the days that are coming up, I've already got videos on them, so well, I'll just see how that goes, and I might touch on it in the next video, just so I have a schedule out there. I don't like doing schedules normally, but for something like this, I think a schedule would be really, really a good idea. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So my story. Oh God, I can't do this. Give me a second. I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so my story. I really don't have anything defined yet. I don't have anything in particular. I'm just kind of, at this point, it's like I would like to do something like that, but by the end of it, and by the time I get writing and everything, it might be something completely different. I'm not totally sure. So, as of now, the story is going to be about a ghost. It's gonna be a ghost story. It's not gonna be about a ghost. Well, not one in particular. Anyway, so I just thought of it this morning, so I was like, okay, I need to come up with something so I can get started. And so I don't have it laid out like I would normally want it laid out by this point. So I've been watching a lot of horror movies and everything, and it's been affecting my sleep a whole lot. I've been having nightmares, and regularly, like just about every night. If I don't have a nightmare, it's a really good night. Oh, I'm out of stone. So I thought I would try to use that to my advantage this year and see what I could get from it. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Last time I tried to write a horror story, I think I was in middle school. So it's been a long time since I've even attempted. I personally don't think it's gonna go well, just because it doesn't feel like my genre. It doesn't feel like what I'm set up to write, but I'm still gonna give it a try. If nothing else, it's not like it's an actual challenge. It's not like a big competition or anything. Well, it is, but it isn't. So if I fail, it's okay. But I really wanted to. I really wanted to use not only what I've been watching, but also what I've been experiencing in nightmares. To write. And so I thought this would be the absolute perfect genre to go under. So whenever I write, I like to put myself into the story. And I can do that, and I do that multiple ways. Typically, what I like to do is not like straight add myself into the story, not just change my name and then put my whole personality and everything into the story. I like to give a character one particular thing that me and that character share in common, and then connect over that. So this time I decided to pick something that, well, it's more two things that we would share, but one thing in particular, that one thing being writing. I want this character to have the starving artist kind of thing to her, and I want to make it so that she's struck out on everything that she's written so far, and then she finds like this little gem here with ghosts. I had to remember what I did over there. I'm bad at translating stuff, especially when I'm talking, and that's why I don't record on here. I would love to record on here more. It's just I can't talk and build all at the same time. Anyway, and then I get distracted on the topic that I am on, and so I don't have a name for her. I really don't have any kind of personality traits yet. The biggest thing I have is that I want her to be a writer, and I want her to be a investigator, a paranormal investigator. I don't even know if I want her to be a good paranormal investigator. I don't know if I want her to be a complete novice greenhorn going into just these random buildings that have been just sitting out and no human contact for years and years, or if I want these to be like well-known places and all that. I'm not totally sure yet, and I probably won't know until after I start writing and really start to get a feel for this person. So that you know, the giving the character a personality trait that's similar to one that you have is a great way to give you something to write about that you know. Like I understand writers. I have writing friends. I have and then I know how I write, and I know how I experience writing and how others experience writing. So that's the factor that I'm using this time. Now I also I I always wanted to be a ghost hunter when I was a kid, and so I did a whole heck of a lot of research on ghosts and ghost huntings and hauntings and all of that stuff, all the paranormal investigation stuff. And I always wanted to be a paranormal investigator, and actually I kind of still do. I think it would be extremely interesting to get into that, but that's beside the point. So I know a little bit about that. I don't know everything about the whole, I don't know everything about it, but I think I feel like I have enough. I know enough that I can get by. And then there's always research to be done. I mean, there's always more research that you can do and will do throughout the course of writing a book. So other ways that I guess I'm gonna talk about my process. I hate the word process. Gonna go on a tangent here. I don't know how long this tangent is gonna last. It might last the rest of this episode, but writing process. There is no process. There is no if, A plus B equals story. No, it's different for every story, and at least for me, I don't know where my story is gonna go. I have, like, right now what you're hearing from me is I have a general idea right now. I kind of know what I want my character to be like. I kind of have this mild connection with her, and that gives me I did that over there. Okay, good. And that gives me a little bit of an in on the story and gives me something to start with. But I don't know, like, I don't have after I get this idea, I sit down at my desk at 1:02 p.m. and yes, 02, I'm strange. Okay, that's the first number that came to my head. And and I have a cup of tea, and I put on Mozart, and as I listen to Mozart, I come up with exactly how I'm gonna write this story, and I write out the whole plot, and just like you did in high school when they're like, okay, I need you to plan out your paper right here, right now, and no, it's nothing like that. You can't do, well, I guess some people can, maybe some people have a process like that, but I know I don't, and I know, my friend that started the person who started the group that I'm in for NaNoWriMo, he goes on and on about how there's no writing process. Well, at least I know he has before. I don't know if he's changed his tune. Oh, I already have blocks on me. I don't know if he's changed his tune or not. We haven't hashed it out recently. So there's no process. There's no easy way to put it. There's no easy way to be a writer. It's not easy. It's probably the hardest thing you will ever do is be a writer, because you almost have to have multiple personalities. I'm just gonna say it. This is how I do it. This is me and me alone. This isn't like all the writers. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking for me. When I come up with a character, I imagine them as a real person. I imagine what their voice would be, what they, what their hair would look like, how they do their hair in the morning, do they just kind of wake up and let it do whatever the hell it wants to? Do they cuss? Are they a church person? Were they a church person at any point? Why not? I start to really analyze this character. Oh, ow. I start to really get into this character's head, and then after I've imagined this person and made them real enough for me, I sit down and I've heard other people do this too, so it's not just me. I sit down and I have 2 cups of tea. I make 2 cups of tea. I hold on to one and then I put one down on the table in front of me. And I start thinking about this person. And I start thinking of questions. Everyday questions. What's your favorite color? And then it gets more personal. It gets to, okay, what was your family like? Stuff like that. It's almost like you're communicating with this person, even though this person isn't real. You have to make them real. You have to make this character that you've come up with, that you want to write a story around. You have to make them real to the reader. And so what I find the best way to do is make them real in your head. Now, no, I don't seriously believe that they're real, but you have to make them feel real. So, process. There isn't one. There really isn't one. I gave you a way that I connect with my character, but I don't do that every time. I've sat down and wrote stories, especially for class. I've wrote stories in an hour. I don't have time to sit down and try to make this character seem real and sit down and talk to them. Then it's not something I can do every time. You place torches. So no, that's not a process thing. That's how would I say this? It's not process, it's just a thing you do. I know process is something that you do. Yes, I get that. But it's not a step 1, 2, 3. There is no 1, 2, 3 step in this. You can't say, I've done A, I've done B, now I need to do C. It's, I've done C, now I need to do Z, now I might do A a little bit, and you really jump around. There is no even path. I mean, last time I did NaNoWriMo, I woke up and I had been stuck on this one section of the book for quite some time, and eventually I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave off the whole, like, I'm just gonna leave the whole front of the book, the whole start, and I'm gonna go to the very end. And I wrote the end of the story. It's just however it comes to you. Okay, so that's what I did. I've done 2, I think, over here. So, you know, you're gonna see that too whenever I do these videos. You're gonna hear me say, okay, so I started working on this part of the book, or this part, or all I did today was character development, or all I did today was try to figure out where I need to go from here. And some days you're gonna hear, I didn't get anything written. That's okay. You know, some days there's nothing that you can write. You can sit there. I mean, you're still gonna write, because you're gonna write whatever comes to mind, but it's not gonna be anything pertaining to the story at the time. It could be something for, like, a short story or something that you're trying to brainstorm with, and it just goes a completely opposite direction. Sometimes that happens, and you just accept it. You know, maybe it'll be something that's useful for the story later. Maybe it's something useful for another story. I mean, you never know. You don't just write one thing and that's it. You're constantly coming up with new ideas, and you never know when the next idea is going to come and how good it's going to be and how far you can take it. Wow. Okay. Well, I got completely off on this conversation. So I was talking about process. I was gonna say something before process, and it was, I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm not gonna keep you guys here much longer. I kind of want to keep these relatively short. I don't know how long I've been talking at this point. I feel like I've been talking about 15-20 minutes. Maybe. Anyway. So today I came up with an idea for my NaNoWriMo novel, blah, and I have not written yet. At all. The most I've written is I scribbled down on a to-go container that I wanted to write this story, and that's all I wrote. All I wrote was spooky and writer and ghost investigator. That's all I wrote. Seriously. And we'll just see where that takes me. So, I'm thinking I could probably get this up tomorrow at, let's say 2. So I'm gonna try it for every day at 2. Every day. Recorded the night before, so you're gonna get, like, you're gonna hear this episode on November 4th, but this was recorded on November 3rd. So my NaNoWriMo is gonna go over a couple days. Because I'm gonna my recordings are staggered by a day, or off by a day. So there's that. 2 p.m. So we've got a schedule. I've already said that they're most likely all gonna be on this unless I feel adventurous and play Left 4 Dead. Oh, that would go bad. I can already tell you that much. That would be very, very bad. For those of you who are actually still listening and watch my channel on a semi-regular basis, or that you've watched a couple of my videos, this particular build right now, I need to go do a little snappy. screenshot thingy. This particular build I'm doing right now is part of a long-term project. I kept on meaning to record a video about it, and every time I did, I was at a loss for words. So what's going on here, and what I just did, just to, you know, explain a little bit. Soul Reaver, who I've played a lot of maps with, and then he has a friend. His in-game name is Alan, and he joined the server relatively recently. Those two helped me start out this project. They've helped me a little along the way too. We started working on this probably, I'd say 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more. And every Minecraft day, I've been going up on one of these ladders. There's another one over there past the render distance for that project over there in that corner. Every Minecraft day, I stop and go up one of these ladders to take a picture of the progress. What I plan on doing once I feel done with this project, which at this point feels like I never will be, it has to be at least a month that we've been working on this, actually. It's been a long time. But what I want to do after this whole project is done, or at least a good amount of it, because we have so many ideas for this area that I don't know if this whole area is ever going to be done. It feels more like a city that we were looking at, or what I was looking at. So I'm gonna put that into a montage kind of thing in a video editor and piece it all together, and put some music to it just to make it fun or whatever, and then post it on YouTube just to show how fast it did happen. Now, the only thing with this is that when we first thought about it, we were already up to like right there or so, and so we didn't get any pictures of like the original area, so we never got a chance to go from the very start. But that's okay, you know, we got it fairly early on, because we had always wanted to do something like that, and we kept on forgetting. So yeah, that maybe end of December. It could be at any time. These don't take me long when I'm not talking. Biggest thing I have to do right now is terraforming, which for these can be a lot. So I need to do some terraforming right here and make this look natural. So yeah, just look forward to that. I really want to say it's going to be in December. But it could be January, you know, it just really depends on what happens, how things go and everything. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been my first episode of NaNoWriMo, and, I guess my book, or whatever. I'll come up with something better to call it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I am angryhippielady, and peace out.